Hey, Shalom. All praises, glory, and honor unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakah Kodash. Double honors unto the apostles, the bishops, the elders, the great millstone that rule well through the scriptures. Peace to the 144,000 and the rest of the hopeful elect. On the brother Khayah from GMS Indianapolis, branch of Indiana. The original Gary campus, GMS and will not tarry too. And what you see on screen is a Greek deity, a Greek god. Pan is his name. All right. I think it's Pan. It's funny, look, somebody put Satan on there. Then they put Jesus as Lord. Well, Jesus is incorrect. That's not his name. Yahushua is Lord. All right? But anyway, we teach over here in this area. We teach over here in Indianapolis by the monument, not the monument, but by the Abraham Lincoln statue, right? It's so ironic, too. It's on so many levels, right? Because we in Indianapolis. And Abraham Lincoln was responsible for the the largest execution of Native Americans on record, right, which was around 30 plus, right? And a little bit more history on that. See, one thing about Esau, Edom, these so-called white people, they keep their wrath forever. They hold a grudge forever. Like it was told to the serpent, there shall be enmity between thy seed, right? It's told to the woman, there should be enmity between thy seed and the serpent seed, which represents the seed of Israel and the seed of Esau, if you can receive it. He don't let nothing go, man. And I say that to make a point in reference to Abraham Lincoln. When you go into Abraham Lincoln's backstory, I believe his grandfather was killed, or maybe his father, but his grandfather was killed by natives, by Native Americans over there in Kentucky. So that hatred was instilled in, it was passed on and instilled, right? Scripture says, he that teaches thy son grieveth the enemy. So now that we awoke, so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, we awoke to the fact that we Israelites, we're the children of God. You also got to awake to the fact who the children of the wicked are, who the children of the devil are. Understanding who you are, you understand who the enemy is. And it happens to be Esau Edom. And this is more of his devilish deeds, right? Here it is. Now, what in the fuck does Pan got to do with anything, all right? Or Dionysus or Bacchus. They're all not necessarily interchangeable, but they all associated with the same shit. Revelry, drunkenness, turning up. All right? In other words, hell, you see he got the pipes, the Pied Piper. Now, let's read this over here. It says, Roger White, 1929, American. He sculpted this. Look, Pan, 2005. Bronze limestone pedestal, blah, blah, blah. Pan is playing his pipes for his companion, Syrinx, who is located on the other side of the Depew Memorial Fountain. The original Pan sculpture was a drinking fountain created by Myra Reynolds Richards in 1923. Both Pan and Syrinx disappeared in 1970. Yeah, they probably got some copper from it, right? Junked it. In 1973, Adolph Walter was commissioned to replace the two with designs of his own. Shortly after Walter's sculptures were installed, Pan was stolen again. In 1980, White was commissioned to produce a third Pan, which disappeared in 2004. In 2005, White created the fourth sculpture of Pan to be installed at this location, and that's the one we viewed. Now, let's take a look at this water fountain here. They got it closed off, right? Right, now, so, I don't know if you can see that good, but these I'm not that tall, pardon me. All right. And then you look at the one at the top, right? So let's meander around this for a second. Look and notice what you see. Look and notice what you see as you look at these sculptures, right? Just notice it, right? And this is art. This is what these devils consider art. right? These are what appears to be adolescent or, you know, prepubescent or pubescent boys and girls, right? Running around, frolicking, right? You see one, the breast is displayed, right? So which lets you know the agenda of these devils. See that? This is where we teach at. We teach not even 50 feet in front of this thing. Look. See? Nudity. Right? And this wicked. Look, you got an Edomite over there with his little short little dog. He over there admiring this shit. He over there admiring this shit, man. Down here in the heart of downtown. And I don't know what it is about Indianapolis in particular. It's a lot of things like that. All right, let's go over here to this other statue. It's a lot of little statues. Hell, I think this is his cohort, Syrinx, over here. All right. They have the I think the NFL Combine is down here. Look, she naked, nude. Right? This is the revival of the Greco-Roman Empire. Right? That's why Greco-Roman ideas and sentiments is interwoven into the fabric of society. Syrinx, a nymph from Greek mythology, is shown listening to the call of the pipes played by Pan, her companion, who is located on the opposite side, blah, 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 blah. Walter, I'm going to skip down. Walter, who was born in Reutlingen, Germany, immigrated to Minneapolis in 22. He moved to Indianapolis in 33, et cetera, et cetera. Yeah, a fucking land full of immigrants. And got the nerve to tell the original inhabitants to go back. He done came over here from Germany with this bullshit. And if you could look, let me zoom in for a second. Yeah, that's the back of the Lincoln statue that we speak in front of. All right, yeah, we speak in front of that. Yeah, but yeah, there's another one. There's a statue. I think that's Benjamin Harrison. See? So we just surrounded by this devil's delusions of grandeur, man. All right? It makes you think of Psalm 49. All right? They call their lands after their own names. All right? Which they build statues in honor of themselves. They name things in honor of themselves. Here go another placard. Let's see what this say. It says, this fountain is the culmination of work by three noted figures in late 19th century, blah, 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 blah. All right, yeah, whatever. I thought it was gonna say something look, man, you got a guy taking pictures of this shit and all this shit, man. Back to the Psalm 49. Their posterity approve of their sayings. All right, their descendants approve of the things that they say and the things that they do, the means. All right, the tactics that they use, but a little more relevant. It makes you think of Wisdom of Solomon, the 2nd chapter, which speaks about let us leave. It says something to the effect of let us leave tokens of our of our travels, so to speak. Because Esau, Edom, somewhere within his look, he taking more pictures of this shit. See, they agree with that shit. See, they have a different mind than so-called Negro, Latino, Native American in righteousness. When our people in their right mind, we view things totally opposite than this guy. You know, it's just what it is. All right, ain't no beauty in that shit. That shit wicked. But back to that scripture, I'm butchering Salakia. The Wisdom of Solomon, the 2nd chapter. When you read it, the whole chapter is dedicated. It's an insight into the mind of Esau Edom, how he thinks. All right, he think the world is just meant to be ravished. Now the world is paradise. It is meant to be to have pleasure, but it has to be sustained. All right, you got to give what you take. You got to put back, right? Shit, you eating apples and shit. Okay, well, you got to sow the apple seeds. You got to cultivate the apple trees. All right, like if you raise sheep, you got to take care. You got animals, you got to take care of them. Especially sheep. The sheep is, you got to be totally taken care of. You got to be sheared. They're not gonna shear themselves. All right, but Esau Edom, he's just like a Tasmanian devil from the cartoon. All right, just a fucking whirlwind when he come into contact with any and everything, and they think that's okay. They speak that chapter speaks about let none of us go without our turn. Let us basically eat and just enjoy the life in front of us, that, you know. And it also says, let us crown ourselves with rose buds or something to that effect. And when you read that scripture, it makes you think of the laurels that the Romans wore. And I think they even wearing them on some of these statues. Yeah, which shows you the baseness of it. Here it is, you a king, you an emperor. Why you don't have a golden crown on? Fuck, you got a goddamn leaflet on. See? But that's to show you who the Edomites are. Look, she got one on. Let us crown ourselves with rose, but look, and there's a rose in her hand. What appears to be a rose, some type of flower, but you look at what's adorning her head, that little leaf-like crown. Yeah, that's in the scriptures. That's in Wisdom of Solomon, the 2nd chapter. I think they're called laurels that those Romans wore. There go the statue again with the half-naked adolescents, boys and girls. Yep. The fountain, right? And who knows how long that's been there. See, this is a godless nation, right? But they've progressed so much. See, a lot of these things used to be covert. All right, I'm looking, there go Pan again. I was seeing if he had one, but he don't, right? A lot of these things were so covert. They was masked, right? Into that perfect condition that Esau Edom created to debase you people. Because the more you debase a person, the more you deplete their morality, you know, the more control you can have over them, you know? And that's been done so much to the point now that, hell, you got a Baphomet statue. Yeah, this DePue Memorial Fountain, yeah, this was 1919, right? So this shit over 100 years ago. Open necking is right there in front of you. The capital of Indiana, Indianapolis. And the beloved elder Inop, before he passed away, the original head of the Indianapolis camp, all right? He used to go into the various different sinful aspects of Indianapolis in general. It's a lot of shit that go on in this place. Whole lot of shit. They got like I said, I think this is the NFL Combine where they come down. Some shit. One of the Masons, one of the top Masons meetings or something like that happens down here. Hell, they got the statue over there. When you think of the apostles, they taught over there before, but they got the statue where they got Judah and Gad in chains. It's a big grand statue. Shit, I'll say about 3 to 4 times in width of this fountain, and maybe hell 10 times bigger. Now the statue, it shows a lot of things, but when you start circling it, that's what you'll see. You'll see the northern kingdom and the southern kingdom in chains, representative of Judah and Gad in particular. So anyway, with that, Lord willing, this was an edifying lesson to the hopefully elect. All praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bashim Yahushai, Bashim Kakudah, Shalom. Just want to touch on that.